The Regional Risk Reduction Initiative is a EU-funded program which is being managed by UNDP in Barbados, and it's meant for the British and Dutch OCTs, the Overseas Territories and Countries, and it is meant to reduce risks where it pertains to hurricanes, floods, tsunamis, and any type of disaster that might happen to any of the territories.
As a result, the objective of the R3I is to empower the territories to reduce the impact of these expected hazards by enhancing their understanding of how they will affect communities, livelihoods and development, by improving their planning processes, and by having better data, information and communication systems.
The average citizen will notice that early warning systems will be put in place, so that the average citizen can be warned on time about approaching hazards, what to do, what not to do. The mapping of vulnerable areas will help town and country planners, for example, to identify which areas have a certain risk, which measures can be taken to avoid those, and in this way to protect the citizens that live there or are planning to live there.
What the R3I project will bring for us is that the modeling, the hazard modeling, will indicate to us which areas are prone to flooding and how much rain has to fall before these areas get flooded.
Well, you'd say maybe how can you prepare for the unexpected? But you know there's many things that can happen that you don't know what is going to happen, but you know that you can train. So for anybody, any organization, training is you never train enough.
We're going to be doing the medical first responder. We've got the collapse search and rescue, the collapse structure and search techniques and consideration, where we teach them how to triage buildings. We also teach them how to build shoring, how to make the buildings safe enough for them to effectively go in and do their search and their rescue. The whole idea is to empower and the community, the Caribbean community islands, where they can be more self-reliant and resourceful. Some countries are receiving early warning systems, some countries are receiving different tools, different technology, software and stuff that they can use into their disaster management system. Some are receiving search and rescue.
This project is very important to the building of capacity in this area, in these countries. And one of the real tangible outcomes we have noticed is genuine collaboration through experience sharing and cooperation among the territories.
I think R3I has a good knowledge base that we should tap into more often. We have a very funny way of doing things in the Caribbean that we don't use our brothers and sisters from the other islands that go through these same problems like us.
The best thing I have learned is that knowing other people in the Caribbean. Before that project started, I didn't have any contact in the Caribbean, and the greatest is to get a lot of disaster managers, know them and know what are they doing, and exchange of work.
UNDP, Barbados and OCS would wish to commend the European Commission for this important investment in disaster risk reduction in the countries that are benefited in this project, specifically the overseas territories. Finally, UNDP sees this as a very important process in the sustainable development of the region, an area for which we are focused, because disaster risk reduction is critical to sustaining the development gains that we've seen in the Caribbean.